Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Shamrock Valley. So we have stuff to do. Okay, so I'm not gonna be plowing the whole field, but on screen here we're gonna do the headlands. Now we're gonna try to do this properly in the way that I don't wanna bend the plow in the ground. Just a second there. I need to switch on the wheel. Okay, here. Here we go. I think this is better. Maybe. Okay, let's go now. Hey Ho, Let's Go, the name of our previous episode. And something else was famous by that name, but I'm not really sure what. Doesn't matter. I know it's Ramones, but just making fun. Anyway, guys, so today we're gonna start off with the proper work. We are gonna do the headlands here. We're probably gonna have to do 2 headlands. I'm gonna do this one here, and let's do one under this angle. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think this Massey Ferguson is perfect size and power for this Amazon plow. Let's see how we're gonna do it from first person view. So about this. I hope nobody got a headache because of this. I just turned on my head tracker. Okay, let's do it. Okay. We're plowing. We're doing this. So, as I said in the previous episode, we're not gonna fertilize the fields. Okay. We're not gonna fertilize the fields. No spraying. No spraying whatsoever. We're going green. How are we gonna deal with this one? Is this fine? Let's go with fine. Okay, let's continue on. We need to do this line here. Lower the plow, and let's get it on. So, organic green. We'll see about the rolling, because first stage of first grass cuts are kind of complicated, because first time you have to fertilize grass 3 times as far as I know it, and that's a problem, because even whatever happens, I don't think we have enough stages to fertilize it so many times. So now technically we can fertilize it just before we mow it, but we're not gonna do that. But we might actually do twice the rolling. What else can we do? We have to find something out, find out what we can do with the grass. If we can fertilize it somehow without slurry or digestate. Okay, so let's do this one. Right. Okay, let's lower it here, and let's try to keep a straight line, or we don't. I don't know if this slow angles we do, would that damage the plow or not? Yeah, we still didn't decide on the cedar. I'm recording this the same day. This is Thursday. I'm not sure when this is going to be published. Maybe one of the 2 episodes I'm going to be publishing on the weekend, every day of the weekend, but still not sure about that. This is just an idea, and probably shouldn't be mentioning this, because if I don't do it, then people will not be happy about that. So I'm probably gonna shut up about that. So nice weather here in Dublin. Let's talk about this. I can guarantee you that. So it wasn't raining much. It's getting cold. Winter is coming, so we're doing kind of differently now. Right, let's lift this and let's do just a second. Sorry about that, hopefully you didn't hear this, but it was me sneezing. Right, I think we're done here. It actually doesn't matter that much if we don't do every piece. So I'm gonna do a switcheroo. Which one is switcheroo? This one. Yes, we're gonna switch it over, and we're gonna stop, then we're gonna fold it. And yeah, we're gonna go to our next field. And we're gonna set a worker, hide a worker. I don't like to do, I mean, some people are gonna say, nobody cares. Some people will say, oh yeah, this is a good thing, but probably most of the people say that I'm crazy. But I don't like to set the worker with a plow, even cultivator, on, what's I call it? On courseplay. They tend to bend the plows under weird angles, and it looks horrible in the end. Even me seeing the furrows. Wrong side. The last two previous maps were playing Baltic Sea and well. Okay, what was that? That's crazy. I have it. Okay, traffic is crazy here. Okay, I'm getting frustrated. Probably gonna have a road rage and just start hitting other cars. Right, so we have field number 3, I believe, here on the top right side. We still also didn't decide if we're gonna do any field purchasing. Right. We're not sure if we're gonna purchase any fields. Oh, travelers here. You see there? Then we have our field here. I hope the entrance to this field is close, because every time I see a car on this map, I already have tics and violent reactions to this. I'm not gonna go in here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, so now let's find a side. Let's go with this one. Let's unfold the plow. Yes, this looks like a pretty straight side. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. Okay. And higher. Yeah, hopefully this is gonna be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't turn on the other side after he's done with this row. I do not know. Yeah, this looks like it's working out. Right, so we're gonna do the other chore we have selected for today, and that will be the thing that our other worker was working today. We're just gonna walk on this field for a moment and just take the scenery and look at the mountains. They look real. On some map it looks so drawn and so like not so good as this one, but look at those fields far away. I bet you that those fields are actually workable fields, that Oxygen David made real proper fields there, but just separated them with the boundary so we don't go there, but so they look so nice. I'm telling you, he did that. This is one beautiful map. I hate the traffic though. Don't worry, I'll make sure he knows that. Right, here we are. This is pretty big field, but this should also be... yeah, the issues with this roller. When the first time you press C on a keyboard or change the view, it actually doesn't change to a tractor from a third person, but to a roller. So it's pain in the butt to do it. But when you press twice, then it's fine. Now let's get cracking, because we have a lot of work to do, and I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to make it in this. Well, we're gonna finish the episode as soon as we finish this field. So here on the left you can see our worker in the, using the courseplay. Finish this field, and they did magnificent work. I'm really happy about it. It's really good. I'm happy. So we're gonna try to do the similar work on here, but I'm gonna be doing it, and we're gonna be using this vulture, little vulture. Yeah, so we still didn't decide which harvester we're gonna have, leaning towards New Holland. Also the trailers, I would like to have some proper Irish trailers, but nothing too big. I'm now going back to that Smith trailers, even though they're quite big, not capacity wise, because it's like 20,000 liters. But then again, I think it would be more common in Ireland to see something more like what's I call it? Those trailers with like Massey Ferguson ones that we have in mod from Massey Ferguson mods. Yeah. Just taking a sip of tea there. Okay. So let's continue on with this field. Hopefully our other worker will finish. If it doesn't finish the field, we'll probably do it either off screen or in the next episode, because I technically still didn't do any plowing. I did at Headland, but that's not plowing. I'm not afraid of plowing. I like plowing, but it just takes a lot of time, and later in the day I try to do it. That means I'm gonna have to talk more, and also I'm more tired. It's bedtime soon, so no dice. Right, so let's see here. Okay, this seems okay. Right, so these rollers are pretty nice. Actually, if I didn't use these ones, I would probably buy rollers, maybe smaller ones. But I will still start using. I would like to start use the rollers, and it would be nice if this field had a gate from the sheep field, and then it would be perfect if you can actually move sheep from the field to field, and then grazing mod would have so much more sense. So have grass fields, you can move the sheep, and plus the grazing mod, that would be so perfect. Then actually you just have to prepare for the winter, because the whole summer they're eating off the fields. And in the case of cows, they actually, with manure and slurry, they fertilize the fields straight away. Yeah. Hopefully this is going to be at least in like FS21. If not in FS19, I don't know if it can be modded into the game. You know, you should have like, I'm thinking out loud, how you can actually implement the different kind of like buildings or areas for sheep that can be changeable. I mean, technically when you make a map, those sheep have to stay in some kind of boundaries. In digital world, in a Giants editor, you set the boundaries, but can you set those boundaries outside of the Giants editor? That's the question. Like in game here, can you make part of a code that actually changes the boundaries of the fields where the sheep are? Technically, that in layman's terms, that means change the field where the sheep are. If that's possible, that would be amazing. Then technically you can implement the changing fields for the sheep and the cows. That would be a game changer for the modders and maybe even developers if they haven't thought about that. But I'm sure they did. All of them are really smart bunch, like from the modders to the Giants engineers. They're a really smart bunch. Right, so we're continuing on rolling our field here. So I'm not really sure how rolling works. But as far as I know it, a slightly compressed ground is better for the grass because it closes down the little holes and the unevenness of the ground and gives more breathing room for the grass, or where it can spread and grow roots. I'm not sure. I know after the animals they leave a lot of holes because of the hooves, so after you're done with the cows in a certain field, then you should roll that field. Then again, me as an expert farmer know this, it comes naturally for me. That was a joke, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to understand how it actually works. Right, so we done 2 headlands here and we're just going sideways on the field, not to stress the engine too much, so we're not gonna go up and down, we're just gonna go sideways as least incline as possible. Okay, let's try this. Right. Okay, this is progressing nicely. I have to admit that I still haven't seen a train. I need to download the train schedule, and that was also a joke. There's no train schedule. Well, maybe there is, but nobody needs it. Okay. I pressed it down. Okay. Yeah, so this one is not as good as our worker did, I have to admit that, but we're doing our best. And we are progressing nicely. 5.2 meters. I think this is a fine width of a fertilizer, or roller in this case. Let's try to do it a bit from the downhill going upwards. Let's do this. Right. There are more arable fields. I just noticed there are more arable fields around the river, which is also interesting. I think there's some logic behind that. Maybe it's more flat, so it's easier for a harvester. Maybe it's, I don't know, water content in the ground, because this is uphill, could be drier or wetter. I really don't know, but I think I noticed that in real life as well. Okay, let's try to lift it now. Right, okay, this is going nicely. I would still like to have a little bit more room on the other side to turn around, because we're not catching enough of a field. So 3 headlands in this case would be perfect. So let's try going back. I'm gonna try to run over this part, then lift. Okay, yeah, this is going nicely. I think we're more than halfway through. Yeah, I have to find the proper trailer for our arable fields, and for I need a grass, the bale trailer as well. And I think I'm gonna be doing the Smith one, I believe, the low loading one. I never use that one, but it doesn't matter if it has auto load or not. I don't think it does. I'm probably gonna do most of the work manually anyway. Right. Yeah, this is going nicely. Just took a sip of tea there. Yeah, my mouth is getting dry recently a bit. let's talk about Oolykee's dry mouth. Oh yeah, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you didn't, guys. That really helps, and you know, lets us know that we're doing something productive. Okay, 3 headlands. Now this is much better. I like this part. Now we have a lot of room to navigate. Okay, let's try going back the same way. Let's see how this is gonna go. Well, obviously not the same way, but just right next to it. Yeah, there it's only like a small piece left here, and we're almost done for today. Our Massive Ferguson is still plowing. We're gonna check up on him after we're done with this one. And we'll see for the next episode, maybe we have a 3rd field as well. How many fields do we have? Oh, it was the gas pedal. Okay, the grass fields are only these ones here, plus that we're gonna plow the... we're gonna mow the sheep yard and the sheep field and the cow field. So it's gonna be a lot of grass. We're gonna do straight from the get-go some clamp silage, some silage bales. We're gonna stick to our plan, original one, where we're gonna be selling off first load, or in this case probably smaller trailer first of barley and wheat. But technically, until we get the pigs, we don't need barley and wheat. We can start selling it straight away. I think I'm running on this map the Wales Geo mod because there's no Irish one. At least I didn't see any, didn't find any. So I'm not sure how many rainy days we're gonna have. Usually I think it should be a lot. Right, only a few passes left here. Okay, I'm gonna start going up and down the field now. Yeah, maybe we should just go as we were going. It's longer time the roller is on the ground, so that means we are more efficient. Here we go. Okay. So technically we don't have any more grass fields. We only have one more arable left. So what we're gonna do with that? We can't weed yet. We only can weed on the first growth stage. So no application of any fertilizer there. We can actually buy the cows and the sheep, and even though it's gonna be a more expensive price, we can still do it and then buy the bales, which is gonna be even more expensive, but then we're gonna have slurry and manure being produced, but I'm not really sure the amounts, if they're gonna be enough for anything. So maybe it's better to keep the fields as they are until the next season. And I think the because we're not fertilizing the wheat and barley fields, I don't think that affects our straw yields. I think it only affects the grain yields, so we should be okay with that. Some additional money we're gonna get from selling straw also. I still have the canola straw mod on, so that's gonna be a good thing. So okay, that straw is gonna be used for a food mixer if possible, if it happens that we can put one straw in there. That's gonna be perfect. If it doesn't appear that we can, we're just gonna sell that straw. Right. Yeah, but then again we can do the chopped straw because we have chopped straw mod as well. That's interesting. Would you be getting more by one stage fertilizing with the chopped straw mod, or would you be getting more with selling off the straw? That's an interesting one. Okay. And last pass. Fine, we're done. Let's go back to the first person view and let's go to see how our harvester is progressing. It says there, Massey Ferguson, top left hand corner, says hired. Okay, it says plowing, because I was like, I didn't hire him just for him to be hired. I hired him to do a job. Here we go. 500 euros. That's how much he costs. And there you go. He's moving there. Now this traffic. And it's gonna hit us, right? Be gone. Be gone. I had enough of you. Galway. 8 kilometers. Let's go to Galway. I know a nice pub in Galway. Amazing. I forgot the name. I'll remember. To the next episode. Remind me, guys. Let's go to that pub now. We had enough of this area. Right. Hello, fellow travelers. Okay, this one is struggling a bit. It's struggling a bit uphill. Bear in mind, guys, that all our machinery is basic engines only. We can upgrade them. I don't have any rules against that. I just don't see the need at the moment. Okay, this is gonna take a while. All right. Okay. Let's go park here and tease him how we finished our job and he has to still do his. Look at the view. That's the thing about Frontier Design. They create a map that has a perfect view from almost any part of the map, like West Coast taking into account. From every field, from every corner of a field, you have uniquely beautiful view of the whole map. This is what I love about them. Just amazing. Amazing. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, tell me in the comment section what didn't you like and what would you like me to change. I'm open to criticism. Feel free to write anything that you want. Almost. Is it missing parts there? No, it's just a wheel mark. It's not missing pieces. It's doing amazing job. Look how beautiful this is done. I'm really happy about this. I mean, like it's not only the worker, it's the fields how they're shaped. I think the Oxygen Dave did amazing work. I love this map. I love that guy. He's an artist. I tip my hat to you, sir. Anyway, guys, have a nice one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.